We'll be yelling at questions for Drew. Rods.
Drew, we've talked a couple times last season about where you like to hit in the lineup, first or second, and you bring in a transfer that likes to hit at the top of the order. Also, where do you feel comfortable with the two of you hitting?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really think it matters with how deep of a lineup we're going to have this year. I mean, honestly, the plan going into the season is that Jaron will be leading off and I'll be hitting the 2-hole, and that's obviously very subject to change. But I mean, I like where we're at with that.
We know the expectations for this team, but what's the confidence level of this team going in?
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing. I mean, we've talked about a lot in our team meetings and whatnot. I mean, we get it that the expectations are high, and I mean that's exactly where you want to be. The expectations should be high for a place like this, and I mean they're definitely the highest they've been since I've been here. And at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. You got to go out there and put it on the field. I mean, we've seen plenty of teams in the past that have very high expectations and don't get it done. I mean, I think we are confident about our skill set on the field against any other team in the country. And I think obviously you have to take that a game at a time. You can't win 40 games in one day. You can't win even 2 games in one day. So you just kind of taking it one day at a time and playing a full season, I think, is where our head's at right now.
For you.
Talking about team expectations, but with all that you've accomplished, how do you go about goal setting and expectations for yourself headed into this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing for me is ever since I've been younger, I mean, since I got to college, I've always expected more out of myself than probably anybody else. I mean, I think obviously my freshman year was pretty great, and I don't think really anybody was expecting that out of me except for myself. I mean, I think I'm the only person that knows what I'm truly capable of, and I want to be one of, if not the best college baseball players of all time when it's all said and done. And I mean, whether that means hitting 40 homers or whether it means stealing 30 bases or whether that means this team winning a whole lot of games. I mean, I think it's hard to kind of put statistical numbers on what I want to do. And I know that at the end of the day, if we win a lot of baseball games, then probably everybody in our lineup is going to be pretty happy with it, where the numbers are at.
Yeah.
You get to see the pitching, in scrimmages and practice. How good is this pitching staff? How big of a step forward is this pitching staff going to take this year? Yeah,
I mean, I think the big thing that comes to mind when I look at our pitching staff is just the versatility. I mean, we have every different type of pitcher. I mean, we have the guys that can really pitch. We have the guys with good changeups, the guys with good fastballs, righties, lefties. And there's been times, especially the last couple of years, where we kind of get pigeonholed into this is really the only 5 guys we have, or we only have a certain type of pitching. I think we can do everything on the mound this year, and it's just going to kind of be a matter of getting everybody into their roles and being comfortable where they're at. And I think, I mean, it's really incredible. I mean, obviously we don't really know what we're going to do rotation or bullpen-wise or anything else right now, but it's not due to a lack of options. It's due to too many options. I mean, there's so many guys that could be doing anything on this staff, and I think it's going to be fun to see how it plays out.
Rodney.
You look around the infield, except for Schmidt, it's all new faces at different positions. What are you seeing from them as far as we all know they're hitters, but what about fielding?
Yeah, I mean, I think, to be honest with you, we didn't really know what to expect out of Zuckerman infield-wise, and I think he's blown everybody away, position players and coaches included. Just from what we saw this fall, he was – I mean, offensively and defensively, he really has stood out. I mean, he's the real deal over there at third base, and obviously, we think. I mean, I think at least that Curse is going to be playing shortstop, and he's. Ever since I've been here, there's been no doubt about his defense. I mean, I think he's one of the top defensive run saves last year, and I mean, even my freshman year. I mean, he's always been able to really defend, and I'm excited to see what he can do at shortstop. And then, I mean, Jaron, he's a very capable shortstop. I mean, he played a lot at shortstop this fall, and I think he's a guy he could do it if we needed to, and that's something to be said. I mean, when you can play shortstop, you can probably play a really good second base too.
Shit, Baker, just some in behind.
Yep, and Baker, Hernandez, I mean, Cade Brown, we have a lot of different options, I mean, coming in there behind, and I mean, it's a long season. You never know when guys will be hurt or guys will be banged up, and guys can run in there behind, and we really have so many options offensively in the infield and outfield that, I mean, there's so many different ways we can go with it.
With Coach Ramsey kind of taking over the reins for this thing, does anything feel different, if at all?
Oh yeah, I mean it's obviously it's a new era of Georgia Tech baseball. I mean I think Coach Hall is one of the biggest legends in the sport of all time, and it's been really a pleasure to get to learn from him. But it's cool. I mean obviously Coach Ramsey has his more I guess he's a little more new school. I'd say he's changed a couple things around. And I feel like I mean we're in as good of a spot as ever right now with Georgia Tech baseball, coaching staff and players included.
Alex?
I know there was some, bad taste in your mouth not getting to host a regional last year, and then leaving Oxford. How much does that feeling, drive this team to know that you guys want to reach the next level? How much is that kind of driven you guys in the off season?
Yeah, I mean, we won the ACC last year. We were every bit talented enough and skilled enough to be playing in Omaha last year. And I mean, obviously, for whatever reason, it didn't work out. We had a couple tough games there in Oxford. And I mean, I think that's honestly what it's all about. I mean, you don't know what it's like to win if you don't know what it's like to lose. And I think we have such a large returning group that felt how that feels. And I think that only fuels us to go at it even harder this year.
Awesome. Here, Rod, so does that?
You got a chance to play a full season with Alex last year in right field. I know you like to cover a lot of ground. He's got some speed. How has the communication been out there in balls in the gap?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've done a great job with our outfield group. I mean, me, Hernandez, CD. I mean, we're veterans like Parker Brocious out there, and I mean, Baker's even came out there some. Cade Brown's also been out there some. Coleman Lewis. I mean, we've got a really deep outfield group, and that's something we definitely work on. With perhaps pieces kind of changing around like they did a lot last year. I mean, we had quite a few different guys that played out there last year. And I think at the end of the day, I always like to think that I'm kind of the in charge out there, so I kind of try to distribute everything the right way. But I think we're gonna be in a great spot out there, whether it's Hernandez and Daniel or whoever else it could be out there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, y'all have a good one.